In a world where dreams often feel confined to the realm of imagination and success seems like an insurmountable peak, there lies an ancient secret, a hidden power that dwells deep within every human being. This secret was unearthed by a visionary whose foresight surpassed his era, a figure whose name has become synonymous with triumph and self-transcendence, Napoleon Hill. Within the pages of his seminal work, Hill unveils a long-lost treasure, a treasure he dubs faith. But this is no ordinary faith. It is not merely a matter of belief. It is an inexhaustible power, a driving force that unlocks the boundless potential inherent in each individual. Embark with us on a captivating journey through Napoleon Hill's enduring teachings, where faith serves as the catalyst for dreams, where obstacles metamorphose into stepping stones toward success, and where every word penned within these pages resonates with the promise of a future brimming with possibilities. Delve into the enigma of faith and uncover Napoleon Hill's most closely guarded secret. Visualize and believe in the realization of your desires, the second step to riches. Belief constitutes the fundamental chemistry of the mind. As beliefs intertwine with thoughts, the subconscious mind captures their vibrations, transmuting them into an equivalent spiritual essence, which it then transmits to the universal mind. Similar to prayer, among the most potent positive emotions are faith, love, and sex. When these three elements converge, they imbue thought with such vibrancy that it permeates the subconscious and transmutes into its spiritual counterpart. This is the sole method to elicit a response from the infinite intelligence. How to increase confidence? We have a method that will help you better understand the importance of the principle of autosuggestion to transform desires into their material or monetary equivalent. Belief is a mental state that can be created or reinforced by repeated confirmation or instruction to the subconscious based on the principle of autosuggestion. For example, consider why you are reading this book. The purpose is, of course, to have the ability to transform the fleeting thought of desire into its physical equivalent, money, by following the instructions in the chapters on autosuggestion and the subconscious. In summary, you can convince your subconscious to believe that you will get what you want and act accordingly. This belief will come back to you in the form of faith, accompanied by clear plans to achieve what you desire. Faith is a mental state that you can strengthen at will once you have mastered the 13 principles. It is a mental state that is voluntarily developed by the application of this principle. Subconscious repetition of affirmative orders is the only known method to voluntarily increase feelings of confidence. Perhaps this concept will become clearer to you after the following explanation of how men sometimes become criminals. According to a famous criminologist, when a person encounters a crime for the first time, they feel disgust for it. If they are exposed to it for a while, they will become accustomed to it and tolerate it. And if they are exposed to the crime long enough, they will accept it and be affected by it. This is equivalent to saying that any mental impulse repeatedly sent to the subconscious is received and influenced by it, which then converts this impulse into its physical equivalent through the most practical means available. In this sense, reconsider the assertion that all emotional thoughts immediately begin to transform into their physical equivalent. Emotions, the emotional part of thought, are those that give life and action. When combined with any spiritual impulse, the emotions of faith, love, and sex give it more energy than when they are separated. Not only can thought impulses mixed with beliefs reach the subconscious, but thought impulses mixed with positive or negative emotions can also. As a result, no one should suffer from bad luck. Understand that the subconscious will translate it into its physical essence. A negative or destructive thought impulse is just as susceptible to influence as a positive or constructive thought impulse. This explains a strange phenomenon that millions of people experience, called bad luck or misfortune. There are thousands of people who believe they are doomed to poverty and failure because of a strange force they feel they cannot control. It is they who create their own misfortune because of this negative belief that their subconscious accepts and translates into its physical equivalent. This is a good time to suggest again that you can benefit by transferring to your subconscious any desire you wish to transform into its physical or monetary equivalent, in a state of hope or confidence in its realization. Your belief or faith is the determining factor for the operation of your subconscious. Nothing prevents you from tricking your subconscious by giving it instructions through autosuggestion. In fact, conscious autosuggestion can be a powerful tool for positively influencing your subconscious. When you repeat affirmations or positive ideas to your conscious mind regularly and firmly, they eventually become anchored in your subconscious, where they can begin to shape your reality. Imagine your subconscious as a fertile garden, ready to receive the seeds you plant in it. By sowing thoughts of success, prosperity, and happiness, you cultivate soil conducive to the growth of these aspirations in your life. Self-suggestion can also help you overcome negative thoughts or doubts that may hinder your progress. By replacing these thoughts with positive affirmations and mental images of success, you train your mind to focus on what you want rather than what you fear. Remember that the key to the effectiveness of self-suggestion lies in constant repetition and sincere belief in what you affirm. The more you practice this technique with commitment and determination, the more you reinforce the neural pathways that support your goals and aspirations. So, whether you want to improve your financial situation, achieve your professional or personal goals, or simply cultivate a positive mindset, conscious self-suggestion can be a valuable tool on your path to success and fulfillment. Act as if you already possess the physical object you're asking for. Your subconscious will translate any instruction in the most practical and direct way possible into a physical equivalent. An instruction is given in a state of certainty that it will be executed. This means that when you already imagine yourself in possession of what you desire, you send a powerful signal to your subconscious to start working on making that reality happen. The more you can feel this sense of ownership in your mind and heart, the more you strengthen the belief that your desire is coming true. Imagine yourself living the life you want, with all possible sensory details. See yourself in that dream house. Feel the steering wheel of that luxury car in your hands. Hear the congratulations for your professional success. The richer and more vivid sensory experience you can create in your imagination, the more convinced your subconscious will be that this is your current reality. However, remember that action is also a crucial element of this process. You must act in accordance with your desires and beliefs. If you act as if you already possess what you desire, you will naturally align with the opportunities and actions that will bring you closer to your goal. By adopting this attitude of certainty and conviction, you give your subconscious the green light to set in motion all the necessary forces and resources to help you achieve your desire. So, firmly believe in the realization of your dreams, act with confidence, and let your subconscious work in harmony with your actions to manifest your desired reality. Of course, it's just a start from which perfection can be achieved through experimentation and practice. The ability to combine faith with any instruction given to the subconscious will come with practice. As with any learning, mastering the art of directing your subconscious requires time, patience, and perseverance. It's important to understand that you're not expected to be perfect from the start. On the contrary, each attempt, even if it seems like a failure, brings you a little closer to mastery. So don't be discouraged if you encounter difficulties at the beginning. It's perfectly normal. The key is to keep practicing, experimenting, and adjusting your approach based on what you learn. Every mistake is a learning opportunity, a chance to understand what works and what doesn't. Faith is also an essential aspect of this process. The more firmly you believe in the power of your subconscious and your ability to guide it, the more positive results you will see. Faith strengthens your connection with your subconscious and reinforces your conviction that your desires are coming true. So persevere in your practice, have confidence in your ability to master your subconscious, and continue to believe in the manifestation of your desires. With time and commitment, you will discover a world of endless possibilities opening up to you through the power of your subconscious mind. This cannot be the result of simply reading the instructions. It's important to foster positive emotions as dominant forces in the mind and to reduce and eliminate negative emotions. A mind dominated by positive emotions becomes a favorable living environment for the mental state called faith. A mind under such control can voluntarily give instructions to the subconscious, which will accept and execute them immediately. However, cultivating this positive mindset doesn't happen overnight. It requires constant commitment to nurturing constructive thoughts and emotions while actively rejecting negative thoughts and feelings. This may involve practices such as meditation, positive visualization, self-affirmation, and gratitude. By learning to manage your emotions constructively, you create a mental environment conducive to the manifestation of your desires. Your subconscious is more receptive to instructions given in a positive mindset, which strengthens your ability to influence your reality. Furthermore, by cultivating positive emotions, you also attract positive experiences and opportunities into your life. Your positive mindset acts as a magnet, drawing circumstances that support your goals and aspirations to you. Therefore, take time every day to nourish your mind with positive thoughts, feelings of gratitude and love, and observe how this gradually transforms your life. With consistent practice and sincere conviction, you can become the master of your destiny and manifest your deepest dreams. Belief is a mental state that can be induced through self-hypnosis. For centuries, religions have encouraged humanity to believe in a doctrine or belief without explaining to the masses how to have faith. We assert that belief is a mental state that can be produced through self-suggestion in language understandable to all. To cultivate belief, it is essential to understand the mechanisms of the mind and work in harmony with them. Self-suggestion, or the process of consciously giving instructions to your subconscious, is a powerful method for strengthening belief in your goals and aspirations. By using positive affirmations, visualizations, and meditation practices, you can condition your mind to accept and integrate new beliefs that support you in achieving your deepest desires. For example, regularly repeating affirmations such as, "I am capable of succeeding in everything I undertake," or "I deserve success and happiness in my life," can bolster your confidence and belief in yourself. Additionally, employing creative visualization can help anchor these new beliefs in your subconscious. By vividly imagining and feeling the emotions associated with achieving your goals, you enhance your mind's power to manifest these realities in your life. By regularly practicing self-suggestion and cultivating a positive and confident attitude, you can profoundly transform your life. Belief in your abilities and unlimited potential opens the door to countless possibilities and gives you the courage to move forward with confidence and determination. We will describe everything known about the principle that faith can appear where it no longer exists. Believe in yourself. Believe in the infinite. Before you begin, remember that faith is the eternal medicine that gives life, strength, and action to the impulses of thought. It's worth rereading this affirmation several times. Faith, as the driving force behind the manifestation of our deepest desires, deserves special attention. It is a source of inner power that can be cultivated and strengthened with determination and practice. To fully understand the potential of faith, it is essential to recognize its dynamic and transformative nature. Faith is not simply a passive belief or vague hope. It is an active force that influences our thoughts, emotions, and actions. By believing in yourself and the infinite, you open the door to a world of limitless possibilities. Faith gives you the courage to pursue your dreams boldly and persistently, even when challenges seem insurmountable. Remember that faith is not something you either possess or lack. It is a quality you can cultivate and develop over time. By nourishing your mind with positive thoughts, inspiring affirmations, and practices of creative visualization, you strengthen the power of your faith and pave the way for the realization of your greatest desires. So embark on this journey of inner discovery. Explore the depths of your being and discover the infinite power that resides within you. With faith as your guide, you can accomplish miracles and realize your wildest dreams. Faith is the starting point of all wealth accumulation. It drives our will to act and persevere in the pursuit of our financial and personal goals. Without faith in our abilities and the possibility of achieving our dreams, any endeavor would be doomed to failure. Indeed, faith is much more than that. It is the foundation of all miracles and mysteries that defy logic and reason. It allows us to believe in the extraordinary, to transcend the limits of our understanding, and to access deeper truths than those science can explain. When faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges, faith gives us the courage to keep moving forward, despite obstacles. It is our shield against discouragement and abandonment, offering us hope and conviction that we are capable of overcoming all difficulties. Faith, when combined with prayer, creates a direct connection with infinite intelligence. It enables us to access sources of wisdom and guidance that go beyond our human understanding, offering us answers and solutions to the challenges we face. In a deeper sense, faith is a chemical element of the mind, an invisible yet powerful force that acts on our reality. When we cultivate faith, we transform simple thoughts into vibrational energies that align with our deepest desires, attracting to us the circumstances and opportunities that allow us to manifest our aspirations. Finally, faith is the only means by which human beings can truly harness and utilize the power of infinite intelligence. By trusting in this higher force and aligning ourselves with its purposes, we become co-creators of our destiny, capable of manifesting miracles and wonders in our lives and in the world around us. The magic of self-hypnosis in the test is simple and easy to demonstrate. This is due to the principle of self-hypnosis. Let's focus our attention on the theme of self-hypnosis to discover what it is and what can be obtained from it. It is well known that over time a person begins to believe everything that is repeated, whether the statement is true or false. If a man repeats a lie over and over again, he will eventually accept it as true. Each person is what they are because of the dominant thoughts that occupy their mind. The thoughts that a person consciously and enthusiastically accepts and that are associated with one or more emotions are the driving force and control of all their movements, actions, and deeds. A very important truth is affirmed here. Thoughts combined with any emotion create a magnetic force that attracts other, similar, or related thoughts. This idea can be compared to a seed planted in fertile soil. Once sown, the seed sprouts, grows, and multiplies, giving rise to an abundance of new plants of the same type. Similarly, a thought nurtured by an emotion acts like a seed in the mind, attracting to it other thoughts and emotions of the same nature. The human mind is constantly interacting with the vibrations of the universe, drawing to it energies in harmony with its own thoughts and emotions. If our thoughts are tinged with fear, doubt, or negativity, we will inevitably attract experiences and circumstances that reinforce these feelings. Conversely, if we cultivate positive thoughts, imbued with confidence, gratitude, and love, we will attract enriching and fulfilling experiences to us. This universal law of attraction is a powerful and omnipresent force in our lives. It acts constantly and consistently, responding to our thoughts and emotions with astonishing precision. That's why it's crucial to monitor our thoughts and feelings as they shape our reality in tangible ways. By consciously understanding and using this law, we can steer our lives in the direction we desire. By nurturing positive thoughts and cultivating elevated emotions, we can create a magnetic field around us that draws positive experiences and opportunities for growth and fulfillment. So let's become aware of the power of our thoughts and emotions, and let's use them intentionally to create the life we truly desire. By sowing the seeds of positive thinking and constructive emotion, we can cultivate a garden of infinite possibilities and realize our greatest dreams and aspirations. Now let's go back to the starting point to discover how one can sow in the mind the initial seed of an idea. The information is easy to understand. Any idea, plan, or goal can be imprinted in the mind through the repetition of thoughts. That's why we advise you to write an affirmation about your main and principal goal, memorize it, and repeat it aloud every day until the sound vibrations reach your subconscious. It has also been said that you should set aside the influence of all adverse conditions and build your own life. When you take stock of your mental resources and abilities, you may discover that your greatest weakness is lack of self-confidence. This weakness can be overcome, and shyness can be transformed into courage by applying the principle of self-hypnosis. The application of this principle can be achieved simply by reporting the impulses of thought, writing them down, memorizing them, and repeating them until they become part of the available tools for the unconscious faculties of your mind. Here is the formula for confidence. First, I know that I have the ability to achieve a specific goal in life, so I commit to acting persistently and continuously until I reach it, and here and now I promise to do so. Secondly, I realize that the thoughts that predominate in my mind over time will be recreated by external and physical actions to become a physical reality. So every day for 30 minutes, I focus my thoughts on the task of thinking about the person I will become, creating the purest mental image. Thirdly, I know that according to the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that I continuously entertain will tend to express itself through a practical means to achieve the object behind it. So I will devote 10 minutes a day to asking myself to improve self-esteem through auto-suggestion. Finally, I have clearly identified the main goal of my life, and I will never stop pursuing it until I have enough confidence to achieve it. Fifthly, I am convinced that no wealth can endure unless it is based on loyalty and justice, so I will not engage in any transaction that does not benefit all parties involved. I will obtain it by attracting to me the forces I want to use and the cooperation of others, encouraging others to serve me through my willingness to serve others. I will eliminate contempt, envy, jealousy, selfishness, cynicism, and cultivate love for all, because I know that negativity towards others will never lead me to success. I will make others believe in me because I will believe in them and myself. I will sign this formula with my name, memorize it, and repeat it aloud once a day, with absolute confidence that gradually it will influence my thoughts and actions so that I can believe in myself and enjoy the benefits of success. Behind this formula lies a natural law that no one has yet been able to fully explain. The name given to this law may seem arbitrary, but what really matters is its manifestation in our lives and its potential to shape our reality. This law, whatever its exact nature, is a powerful force that governs the universe and influences every aspect of our existence. The constructive use of this law can bring glory and progress to humanity. By understanding and consciously using this force, we can create positive changes in our lives and in the world around us. We can attract enriching experiences, harmonious relationships, and remarkable achievements. However, it is crucial to remember that this same law can also be used for destructive purposes. If misunderstood or manipulated with harmful intentions, it can cause considerable damage. Like any natural force, it can be a source of creation or destruction, depending on how it is used. Therefore, it is of the utmost importance that we use this law wisely and responsibly. We must be aware of the impact of our thoughts, words, and actions on our reality and that of others. By choosing to align our use of this law with ethical principles and positive values, we can contribute to creating a better world for all. Ultimately, this law transcends the limits of our current understanding. We may not fully comprehend it, but we can nevertheless feel its effects in our daily lives. By cultivating an attitude of openness and respect towards this mysterious force, we can open ourselves to an infinite potential for growth, transformation, and fulfillment. In this affirmation, we find a very important truth. People who fall into despair and end their lives in poverty, misery, and suffering do so by applying the principle of auto-suggestion. The reason is that all mental impulses tend to take shape in their respective physical form. The disaster of negative thinking in the subconscious makes no distinction between positive and negative thought impulses. It works with the materials we give it through mental impulses. The subconscious will turn a thought motivated by fear into something real just as easily as it will turn a thought motivated by courage or faith into reality. Just as electricity powers industries and provides useful services when used correctly or destroys lives when used incorrectly, the law of auto-suggestion will lead us to peace and prosperity or drag us into the valley of suffering, failure, and death, depending on the degree of suffering, failure, and death, understanding and applying what we have learned. If a person is filled with fear, doubt, and mistrust in their ability to connect with and harness the power of infinite intelligence, the law of auto-suggestion will take this mindset and use it as a pattern to influence the subconscious. This means that the dominant thoughts of fear and doubt will become the fertile ground in which corresponding experiences and circumstances will develop in the physical reality of that person. Imagine that every emotion-charged thought is like a seed planted in the garden of the mind. If these thoughts are dominated by fear and doubt, then these seeds will give rise to plants of fear and doubt in that person's life. These negative thoughts attract similar circumstances and experiences, thus creating a self-perpetuating cycle that reinforces these limiting emotions and beliefs. However, it is crucial to understand that this same law can be used positively. If a person cultivates thoughts of confidence, faith, and positivity, then these thoughts will also become a pattern for the subconscious to act upon. In this case, the subconscious will work to manifest experiences and circumstances that reflect that confidence and positivity, thus creating a virtuous cycle of expansion and personal growth. This underscores the importance of actively monitoring our thoughts and emotions and ensuring that they are aligned with what we want to manifest in our lives. By becoming aware of our thinking patterns and deliberately replacing them with positive and constructive thoughts, we can directly influence our reality and create the life we truly desire. Just as the wind can sail one ship eastward and another westward, the law of auto-suggestion will lift you up or drag you down, depending on how you control the sails of your thoughts. The law of auto-suggestion, which can lead anyone to amazing achievements, is clearly described in the following verses. If you believe you are late, you are. If you believe you dare not, you are right. If you want to win, but do not believe you can, it is almost certain you will not win. If you believe you will fail, you are lost. Because the world teaches us that success begins with human will. It all depends on the state of mind. If you believe you are better than others, then you are. To rise, you must think with courage. Before you can win anything, you must have confidence. Life's battles are not always won by the strongest and fastest, but sooner or later by the person who believes they can win. If you look at the lines in bold, you will understand the profound meaning expressed by the poet. What genius lies dormant in your head? There is a seed of awareness hidden somewhere in a corner of your personality that, if nurtured and put into practice, will lead you to a level you may have never dreamed of. Just as a virtuoso can create the most beautiful melodies from the strings of their violin, you too can awaken the hidden genius within you and lead yourself to any goal you wish to achieve. Abraham Lincoln failed at everything he attempted. Even at the age of 40, he was a nobody from nowhere, until a wonderful experience appeared in his life, awakening the dormant genius in his heart and brain to bring into the world one of the truly great men. This experience is mixed with emotions of pain and love. It came through Anna Adel, the only woman he truly loved. It is well known that the emotion of love is linked to a mental state called faith, and this is because love closely resembles the transformation of thought impulses into their mental equivalents. In the course of research, the author, based on the analysis of the lives, work and achievements of hundreds of men in prominent positions, discovered that behind almost each of them was the influence of feminine love. If you want evidence of the power of faith, study the achievements of those who practice it. At the top of this list is Jesus of Nazareth. The foundation of Christianity is faith. No matter how many people have distorted or misinterpreted the meaning of this power, the essence of Christ's teachings and achievements, which can be understood as miracles, is nothing more than faith. Every miraculous phenomenon that occurs is solely due to a state of mind called faith. Consider the power of faith as demonstrated to us by a man known to all humanity, the Indian Mahatma Gandhi. In this man, the world has one of the greatest examples of the potential of faith that humanity knows. Gandhi had more potential power than anyone among his contemporaries, although he had no formal instruments of power such as money, warships, soldiers, or military equipment. Gandhi had no money, no house, not even clothes, but he had power. How did he get it? He created it based on his understanding of the principles of faith and his ability to instill that faith in the minds of 200 million people. Gandhi achieved the remarkable feat of influencing 200 million minds to create a corporation of people working together as one human being. What other power in this world, apart from faith, can accomplish so much? How can an idea enrich itself by demanding trust and cooperation in business and industry? It will be interesting and useful to analyze an event that offers us a perfect example of how to understand the method by which individuals and entrepreneurs have accumulated immense wealth by giving before receiving. The event chosen for this example occurred at the beginning of this century when the American steel company United States Corporation was founded. As you read the story, keep in mind these fundamental truths, and you will understand how ideas turn into great fortunes. If you are one of those people who often wonder how immense wealth was accumulated, this story about the founding of the United States Corporation will be very instructive to you. If you doubt that people can think and become rich, this story will dispel those doubts. As you will clearly see in the history of the United States Corporation, a significant portion of the principles described in this book was applied. John Lovell of the New York World Telegram wrote with compelling style an amazing story about the power of ideas, and we have rewritten it with a masterful lecture that will cost $1 million. On the afternoon of December 12th at 7:07 p.m., about 80 members of the Financial Association gathered in the banquet hall of the University Club on Fifth Avenue to honor a young man from the American West. Even the half-dozen guests had no idea they were about to witness the most significant event in American industrial history. J. Edward Siemens and Charles Stewart Smith, grateful for the generous hospitality extended to them by Koros M. Seard during a recent visit to Pittsburgh, arranged a dinner to introduce the 38-year-old steel entrepreneur to the United States Banking Association. But they did not expect it to attract attention to the lecture. Moreover, they were warned that the shirt-sleeved hearts of New York would not respond to the speech, and that, if they did not want to offend the Stigman, Araman, and Vanabite, they would be better off limiting themselves to 15 or 20 minutes of meaningless courtesy. But nothing more. Even John Pert Morgan, seated to the right of Zappa, as indicated by his royal dignity, limited himself to a brief thank you for being present at the table, and for the press and public opinion. Everything was so dull that the newspapers the next day didn't even mention it. Thus both hosts and their distinguished guests enjoyed 7 or 8 traditional courses. There was very little conversation, and whatever content there was, it was rare and discreet. Although several bankers and brokers knew Siab, who had a flourishing career at Bankman Hill, none of them knew him really well. But before the evening was over, they, Siemens and Master Morgan, would be delighted, and a $1 trillion enterprise would be born. It may be regrettable for history that Carlos Jado's speech at this dinner was not recorded, but perhaps it was a parlor speech, full of grammatical errors, as language perfection was never important to his father, filled with proverbs and combined with humor. But beyond that, it also has an impressive power over the capital represented by his guests, estimated at $5 trillion. When the meeting ended, his words still resonated, although Siomava had spoken for 90 minutes. Morgan led the speakers to a silent window, where they hung their legs on high chairs and spoke for another hour. The magic of Siab's personality was fully at work, but what was most important and enduring was the detailed and clear program he presented. Of course, he made many other efforts to interest Morgan in creating a conglomerate of confectionery, steel, electrical wires, and connection materials, sugar, chewing gum, whiskey, and oil, or chewing gum. Player W. Gates encouraged him to do so, but Morgan did not trust him. The Moore brothers, Bill and G., wholesalers in Chicago, who owned both a chair and a biscuit company, tried to persuade him, but in vain. Barters Gary, a Holy State prosecutor, wanted to apply this method to his domain, but he was not big enough to impress Morgan. Faced with the eloquence of Ville Pelero, J.P. Morgan reached a peak from which he could see the solid outcome of the boldest financial project ever conceived, an idea that was linked to a chimera of naive speculators. The financial attraction that, a generation ago, began to attract thousands of small, sometimes mismanaged businesses to larger, more competitive subsidiaries, had worked in the steel world thanks to the intrigue of the successor to the merry pirate entrepreneur John W. Gates. With a network of small businesses, he founded the American Steel Water and Water Company, and with Morgan, he founded the Federal Stealth Company. But compared to the true giant of business of Andrew Carnegie, controlled by 53 shareholders, these other associations were insignificant. They could join together as they wanted, but all together, they could not make a significant contribution to the Carnegie Institution, And Morgan knew it. The old and eccentric Scotsman knew it too, from the majestic hills of Scotland. He first watched with surprise, then with indignation, as Morgan's small businesses tried to interfere in his affairs. When these challenges became too significant, Carnegie's temperament turned to anger and a desire for revenge. He decided to copy each of his factories with each of his competitors. Previously, cables, pipes, bars, and plates did not interest him. He was content to sell raw steel to these companies and let them specialize in what they wanted. Now that the town was a leader and a capable supporter, he planned to catch his enemies. It wouldn't be trust, but a plum pie without plums. Zoab's speech that evening of December 12, 1900, suggested more than it asked for that Carnegie's empire might be in the shade of Morgan's. I mean that of steel. In the world reorganized towards efficiency, specialization, eliminate inefficient factories, focus on asset well-being, save on raw ore transportation, save on administrative and management departments, and conquer foreign markets. He also told the pirates that the fault of their usual piracy was theirs. He suggested that their goal was to create a monopoly, raise prices, and pay themselves excessive dividends that would wipe out any profit in their popular way. The town denounced this system. He told his listeners that the limitation of such a policy is that it restricts the market at a time when things are trying to grow. According to him, reducing the cost of steel will create a huge market, develop new applications for steel, and dominate most of the world's industry. In fact, even if you don't know it, Chibao is the apostle of modern mass production. Thus ended the dinner at the University Club. Morgan went home to ponder the town's progress forecasts. The town returned to St. Petersburg to manage the steel business for D. and Carnegie, while Gary and the others returned to their teleprinters to consider their next step. Morgan did not take much time to digest the speculative feast brought to him by Siab. Confident that he would have no economic problems, he called Kodap and found a rather mysterious man. Siab told him that Carnegie might not be pleased to learn that the president of his business group was courting the King of Wall Street, a domain Carnegie had decided never to visit, and that Gates, who acted as an intermediary between Morgan and Soapy, later suggested that if Soap went through the Bobu Hotel in Philadelphia, Mr. Morgan might meet him there. However, when Siab arrived, Morgan was ill at home in New York, and faced with the old man's insistence, Siab went to New York and presented himself at the financier's library door. Today, some economic historians express their suspicions that this story was invented from beginning to end by Andrew Carnegie, who delivered his famous speech at Siab's dinner. The Sunday night meeting with the Money King was an event for which the intelligent Scotsman had prepared in advance. The truth is quite the opposite. When they called Siab to make a deal, he didn't even know if the little chief, as Andrew was called, would listen to the sales pitch, especially one addressed to him, to a group of people Andrew considered less than lucky. However, Siab arrived at the meeting with 6 sheets of paper filled with data he had written by hand, reflecting the material value and productivity potential of each metallurgical company he considered a major star on the new metallurgical platform. The 4 men spent the night pondering these plans. The chief, of course, was Morgan, who maintained his views on God's authority over money. He was accompanied by his aristocratic associate Robert Beacon, a scientist and a knight. The third person was John Gates, whom Morgan called the player and used as a tool. The fourth was Siab, who knew more about the process of making and selling steel than any other group of people of his time. Throughout this conference, the plans of Pittsburgh were never questioned. If C said the company was worth that much, that was the issue. He also emphasized that only the companies he named would be included in the list. He envisioned a flawless corporation where there wasn't even room to satisfy the greed of friends who wanted to transfer their businesses to Morgan's open arms. At dawn, Morgan rose and stretched. There was only one thing left to do. "Do you think you can convince Andrew to sell the company?" he asked. "I can try," Siab replied. "If I'm forced to sell, I'll commit fully," said Morgan. So far, so good, but could he sell? "How much will you ask for?" "The town is looking at $320 million. How will the payment be? Common stock or preferred stock? Bonds? Cash? No one can gather $320 million in cash by January." They went golfing at Ice Cream Prado's in Cannes. Andrew was cherubic in his appearance, wearing a jersey shirt and dressing elegantly. They talked about small things to show humor, but not a word about business until the couple found themselves in the cozy living room of their nearby cabin. Carnegie then, with the same persuasion with which he had hypnotized 80 millionaires at the university club, abandoned his grand promises of retirement and comfort to satisfy the social whims of the old Scotsman. "Deal," Morgan replied politely. "Of course. There's some confusion," declared the British journalist, telegraphing that the foreign steel world was afraid of this giant corporation. President and Harley said that if trusts were not managed within 25 years, the country would have an emperor in Washington. Taro Kinner, an experienced broker, was so excited about promoting new shares on the market that all the estimated $600 million in excess cash was absorbed in the blink of an eye. Thus, Carnegie got millions of dollars, Morgan's company received $62 million for all its troubles, and all the guys from SAG-ORET also got millions of dollars. The prize was won by Kebab, 38, who was appointed president of the new company and held that position until 1930. Wealth begins with an idea. The impressive history of the great businesses you have just read about is a perfect example of how desire can be transformed into its material equivalent. This giant organization was created in the imagination of one person. The plan to provide steel furnaces to the organization to ensure its financial stability was much more than just a business strategy. It was the fruit of a bold vision, of a visionary spirit that saw beyond conventional limits and perceived the endless possibilities waiting to be seized. This person, whose determination and creativity guided every step of the way, was much more than just a business leader. He was an architect of the future, a pioneer whose unwavering faith opened new and exciting horizons. His belief in the company's mission, his ardent desire to see his dreams come true, his boundless imagination that shaped the future with every thought and idea, and his unwavering perseverance in the face of challenges and setbacks were the essential ingredients that gave birth to the United States Sith Corporation. In the boardrooms where plans were laid out, in the factories where machines hummed, in the hearts and minds of those who were part of this adventure, the energy of this person inspired and motivated at every moment. His commitment to excellence, his refusal to settle for the status quo was contagious, spreading a culture of innovation and ambition that permeated every aspect of the company. And so, under his enlightened leadership, the United States Sith Corporation became much more than just a business entity. It became a driving force of progress and transformation, a beacon of success that illuminated the path for future generations. And in the wake of its success, it leaves behind a lasting legacy of courage, vision, and determination, reminding each of us that the only limits that exist are those we impose on ourselves. The furnaces and mechanical equipment acquired by the company after its implementation were much more than mere accessories. While they may have seemed like simple material components, a careful analysis would reveal that the added value of these acquired assets was not limited to their initial price. They were the foundations upon which the company built its empire, the tools that catalyzed its rapid growth and propelled its rise to the heights of the industry. Each of these furnaces, each piece of mechanical equipment, was a cornerstone in the company's overall strategy. They represented much more than mere machines. They embodied the ingenuity, vision, and expertise of those who used them. Under common leadership, these assets became powerful instruments of production and innovation, turning dreams into reality and ambitions into resounding success. The agreement that brought these assets under one banner was not just a business transaction, it was a pact between visionaries, an alliance forged in the fire of ambition and the desire to succeed. Together, these assets were more than the sum of their parts. They represented the power of collaboration, cooperation, and synergy, demonstrating that when brilliant minds come together with a common goal, nothing is impossible. These furnaces, symbols of heat and forge, and these mechanical equipments, manifestations of the power of human engineering, were much more than mere production tools. They were the main actors of an industrial symphony, the heartbeat of a rapidly expanding enterprise, propelled by ambition and determination. As the flames danced and the machines hummed, a transcendent transformation occurred. Where once there was only darkness and challenges, light and possibility emerged. Dreams that once seemed out of reach were now within grasp, and every beat of those machines was a note in the symphony of success. But beyond mere productivity and profits, these tools embodied a profound truth. True value lies in how we use the resources entrusted to us. They remind us that our ability to achieve our greatest dreams depends not only on the tangible assets we possess, but on our ability to use them creatively and strategically. Their imposing presence in the factory was a constant affirmation of human ingenuity, a tangible demonstration of what the human mind can achieve when guided by vision and perseverance. Every gear noise, every blast of heat, was a reminder of the tireless effort invested in the pursuit of excellence, a tribute to the unwavering determination to overcome obstacles and achieve the impossible. These furnaces and mechanical equipment were much more than mere tools. They were living symbols of possibility, artifacts of an era where dreams were lofty and challenges were boldly overcome. Their silent testimony was a call to action, an invitation to embrace the boundless potential that resides within each of us and to turn our boldest aspirations into tangible reality. In the warm glows of the furnaces and the constant buzz of the machines resides much more than mere industrial activity. It is a living symbol of human ingenuity, determination, and the ability to overcome the most daunting challenges. These silent allies who have witnessed the birth of countless ideas and projects remind us that the path to success requires much more than technical skills. It demands unwavering will, resilience in the face of adversity, and an infinite dose of creativity. With a clear vision guiding each step, unwavering determination pushing the boundaries of the impossible, and judicious use of the resources at our disposal, no dream is out of reach. For it is in this subtle alchemy of imagination and action that lies the power to transform obstacles into opportunities, challenges into triumphs, and dreams into tangible reality. Through the sparks that illuminate the darkness and the mechanisms that resonate through the air, we discover that the true essence of success lies in the ability to see beyond appearances, to seize opportunities where others see limits, and to persevere with courage despite the difficulties encountered along the way. And thus, whether in the production halls or in the boardrooms, these silent allies will continue to remind us that the true path to success is paved not only with determination, resilience, and creativity, but also with the deep conviction that every challenge is a disguised opportunity, every obstacle an open door to new horizons of success and fulfillment. In other words, the creation of Charos Samo United Star Saint Corporation has become much more than just a thriving business. It has become a modern legend, an icon of success and power in the United States and beyond. Throughout the decades, its influence has spread like a shockwave, touching every aspect of modern society. From glittering towers of glass and steel piercing the skies to the bustling streets of urban neighborhoods, the imprint of Charos Samo United Star Saint Corporation is ubiquitous, testifying to its meteoric rise to the heights of wealth and power. But its impact goes far beyond numbers and profits. This company, born of the audacity of a visionary mind, has transcended the boundaries of industry to become a symbol of progress and innovation. It has created jobs, boosted the economy, and opened new pathways to the future. And yet behind every shining success lie stories of determination, sacrifice, and courage. For the path to the top is rarely easy, strewn with obstacles and challenges to overcome. But it is precisely in these moments of struggle that the true strength of character, resilience, and perseverance that propelled Charos Samo United Star Saint Corporation to unparalleled heights is revealed. Thus, as this company continues to thrive and shine like a beacon of success, it embodies the indomitable spirit of those who dare to dream big, work tirelessly, and challenge the limits of what is possible. It remains a source of inspiration for future generations, a living proof that with determination and ingenuity, nothing is out of reach. It employs thousands of people, develops new applications for steel, and opens new markets, demonstrating that the benefit of $600 million brought by the town's product idea is entirely worthwhile. Wealth begins with an idea. The number is limited only by the person with whom that idea was born. limits of chats. This company, which has become an industry giant, is much more than just a commercial entity. It is the shining reflection of human ingenuity, vision, and courage needed to turn dreams into reality. Each employee, each department, is an essential piece of this great machine, contributing to weaving the intricate web of success. Through each innovation, each strategic decision, the company continues to push the boundaries of what is possible. From modern factories to cutting-edge research laboratories, it invests in the future, creating new opportunities and shaping the global economic landscape. But beyond the impressive figures and profit reports, there is a fundamental truth. Wealth begins with an idea. It is that spark of creativity, that bold vision that gave birth to a company that defies conventions and inspires future generations. And as the company continues to grow and thrive, it reminds us that the only limits that exist are those we impose on ourselves. In the bustling corridors of its offices and the bright sparks of its factories resides a living testament to the human capacity to overcome challenges and achieve the impossible. For the true path to success lies not in conformity or complacency, but in the power of imagination and the courage to pursue our dreams despite obstacles. It is in these moments of struggle and resilience that our true inner strength is revealed, our ability to persevere in the face of adversity and triumph against all odds. Every innovation, every milestone reached, is much more than just progress in the business world. It is an affirmation of human determination, a celebration of the unwavering will to overcome obstacles and achieve the impossible. These successes are not the result of chance, but of hard work, sacrifices, and unwavering commitment to excellence. In this relentless pursuit of progress and growth, we discover that the true potential of humanity lies in our ability to defy limits, to push the boundaries of what is possible, and to create a brighter future for ourselves and future generations. It is in these moments of challenges and uncertainties that we find our inner strength, our ability to rise above adversity and turn obstacles into opportunities. Thus, as we move forward into the future, we are guided by the conviction that nothing is impossible for those who dare to dream big and work tirelessly to achieve their goals. Every step we take, every decision we make, is another building block in constructing a better, more innovative, and inclusive world for all. Together, drawing on our creativity, ingenuity, and resilience, we can push the limits of what is possible and shape a future where every individual has the opportunity to fulfill their full potential. And it is in this spirit of collaboration and determination that we will continue to move forward towards a horizon of endless possibilities and shared success. It is in the ether of imagination that the seeds of wealth take root, flourishing into infinite opportunities. Every innovation, every breakthrough begins with a spark of inspiration, a vision that defies conventions and opens unsuspected horizons. And yet, these ideas, these embryos of fortune, are not confined to the mind of a single person. They travel through the air, slip into conversations, and are shared with those who have the audacity to listen. For in this interconnected world, ideas are living beings, traveling from mind to mind, seeking to materialize in the tangible world. There are no limits to what the human mind can conceive, no bounds to the fertile imagination that nurtures innovation. Every time an idea takes shape, it rises above material constraints, defying the constraints of time and space. So let each of us open ourselves to the abundance of ideas that surround us. Let us embrace the creativity that resides within each of us, and let us cultivate the seeds of wealth waiting to be planted in the fertile soil of our imagination. For in this infinite universe of possibilities, there are no limits to what we can achieve when we unleash our creative genius. When you are ready to change your life for what you desire, remember that you are setting a price to get what you want. Every step you take towards your aspirations demands commitment, unwavering determination to overcome the obstacles that stand in your way. But remember, every effort, every sacrifice is a seed planted in the garden of your destiny, ready to flourish abundantly when the time comes. Feed your mind with these words of wisdom. Let them become the fuel that feeds your inner fire, the one that burns with the passion and conviction to achieve your deepest dreams. May each word resonate like an enchanting melody, guiding you through trials and victories with unwavering clarity. These words are not just sounds in the air, they are beacons in the darkness, bursts of light in moments of doubt. Let them become your faithful companions in the dark hours, illuminating the path to success and happiness. When faced with challenges, let them be your comfort, your source of inspiration to keep moving forward despite difficulties. And when you savor victory, let them be your humble reminder of the strength that lies within you, of the ability to overcome obstacles and triumph against all odds. May each syllable remind you that you are stronger than you think, more resilient than you imagine, and that your wildest dreams are within reach if you dare to believe and work for them with determination. So let each word of wisdom be like a compass for your soul, guiding you on the path to self-realization and the fulfillment of your deepest aspirations. And may each victory be a confirmation that, with a clear vision and unwavering will, nothing is beyond your reach in this extraordinary journey called life. And as you journey down the path of manifestation, let faith take root in your heart. For it is with this unwavering faith, this absolute certainty in your potential and your ability to reach great heights, that you will overcome all challenges, that you will break through all barriers, that you will achieve the impossible. This faith is not merely blind belief, but a living force that pulses through your veins, urging you to surpass your own limits and defy established conventions. It is the compass that guides you through life's storms, reminding you that even in the darkest moments, a light always shines in the distance. It is this faith that gives you the courage to pursue your dreams, even when everything seems impossible, to stand tall when everything seems to crumble around you. It is your anchor in moments of uncertainty, your solid rock upon which you can always lean when life's waves threaten to sweep you away. So let this faith be your faithful companion in moments of joy and sorrow, in life's ups and downs. Nourish it with every small success, every little step forward, until it becomes an invincible force that guides every one of your movements, every decision you make. And always remember, with unwavering faith, nothing is impossible. For when you believe in yourself and your potential, the entire universe moves to help you achieve your dearest dreams. May every beat of your heart resonate with the conviction that you are destined for greatness, that every breath you take is filled with the certainty that you are the master of your destiny. You are the sculptor of your own future, shaping every moment with your intention and determination. So let faith guide each of your steps, illuminating your path with the light of hope and infinite possibility. When obstacles seem insurmountable and challenges abound, let faith be your beacon in the darkness, showing you the way forward even in the darkest moments. Believe in your power of transformation, in your ability to overcome adversities and emerge stronger and wiser from every trial. For it is in moments of struggle that your true inner strength, your resilience, and your determination to persevere despite difficulties are revealed. May faith be your constant companion on your journey, inspiring you to aim ever higher, to push the limits of what you believe is possible. For when you walk with faith, every step becomes an affirmation of your creative power and infinite potential. So move forward with confidence in the direction of your dreams, knowing that you are supported by the strength of your faith and the certainty that you are capable of accomplishing anything. And may every challenge encountered be simply an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become the best version of yourself.